Can I have you say and spell your name for me?
My name is Jack Walker, and that is spelled Jackwalker.
Alright.
Cool. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. So
Okay.
casual conversation. Um, Start off. Can you introduce yourself? Where you're from? What grade you're in? All of that.
Well, I am Jack Walker. I go to Air Academy High School, and I'm doing this because I'm joined the Conservatory this semester. It's my first time, so yeah.
Excellent. What are you guys doing in the intensive?
A lot of different things. It's kind of funny because we start the day doing this really cool like Russian warm-up stuff for an hour, and then we go into dance, and we have composition for a couple hours every day, and we do scene work, just everything. We've done IPA and diction class. It's really a lot of different stuff.
What's the final outcome of the program?
Well, we write an opera, as that's probably one of the bigger parts, and then we also do a 45-minute show to put with the opera of scenes and songs and dancing and stuff. Yeah.
Very cool. What made you decide to audition for the program?
Well, I had just joined and we were doing Your Good Man, Charlie Brown, and I was there really late one night, and I was just talking to Linda, and Linda was like, "Why aren't you doing this?" And so I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And yeah.
What did you have to do to audition?
I didn't actually audition because someone got sick or something, and so they just asked if I wanted to fill their spot. So, yeah.
Nice.
I joined Conservatory after the audition, so yeah.
Well, right place, right time.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to join the conservatory?
I had like done other arts things in town prior to that, and I did Fiddler was my first experience. I didn't even know they existed, and so I did Fiddler, and I had so much fun, and I didn't really know what the conservatory completely meant. I just know they did cool shows, and so I got to come and tour it a couple days and sit on a bunch of their classes, and it was just really cool seeing how it's just a really weird community because like everyone supports each other so much, and like everyone that you're technically like competing against, I guess, but you're best friends, and everyone supports each other, and we all do all our classes together, and I think that's the coolest part.
Can you touch a little bit on why you think it's important to have something like this, now that you've discovered it, to have the conservatory?
It's just like a really cool thing because it's like a little colony of all of us who are a lot alike. Like we all feel the same way about things, and it's not many people you can just walk up and just start talking about musicals and opera to, and like everyone gets it. And it's a cool place because we're invited to be super real and express what we actually feel, which in a lot of other places it's not like that.
Were you interested in opera before you joined the intensive?
Honestly, not really, but being at Conservatory, I've gotten exposed to more and more of it, and I like it a lot now.
What are some of the cool things that you think you've learned in this program that might help you next year in school or in the future?
There are just so many things. Like I've learned so much about my body through all the movement classes and stuff, and just being aware of like how I stand and how just moving like just a slight bit can just completely change everything you're doing with your body. And another thing is I didn't know I could like write music at all, and I think that's really cool that I'm learning about it. Yeah.
What's been probably the most challenging thing so far? I know it's only a weekend.
In writing this song, because the song we wrote, it's actually part like draft 2, because we wrote a song and it was really beautiful and it was pretty, but it's hard to figure out that a song in a show has to be very particular. Like, you can't just write a beautiful song and it fits. It has to fit the story. It has to fit the character. Like, everything they say has to make sense, like, for who they are. And so we had to basically start over. But yeah.
Very cool. It sounds like Linda talked you into joining the program.
Yeah.
Can you touch on like her spirit? I've met her a few times. She's got a lot of energy and why it's important for the conservatory.
Linda just has this like attitude where, like, in our voice lessons and stuff, I'll be like, I don't think I can sing that note. That is so and she's like, you're going to sing it, and then we do it. And like, that's just how she is about everything. Like, we had this gig where we had to write a show out of songs we already knew and like tie them together with a story. And she just like walked in the room and she's like, we're going to do this, go. And then she like left, and she just like puts that attitude of, you can do anything, we can just work on it and it'll happen. She gives that to all of us.
Awesome. If next year, if you were talking to someone at your high school that was maybe interested in the intensive, give me a couple of reasons why they should audition.
It's just something that, it's like an experience I've never had before. Just, we wake up like 6 o'clock and work all the way till like 2 o'clock in the morning. We're just going constantly, and you learn so much just by being completely covered in it. Just about like music and lyrics and dance, and it's cool because everyone around us is at different levels with different things, so you can just come up to someone and be like, does this suck? I have no clue, and they'll just tell you. That's really cool.
You guys can go through. Are you sure?
Okay.
Nope.
Sorry.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about the program or even the conservatory?
I love it a lot.
Jack, what are you going to do after? Are you a senior?
I'm going to, yes, now I'm a senior.
Now you're a senior.
Mhm.
What are you going to do? Do you know where you're going to go to school after?
I don't know where exactly, but I'm definitely studying musical theater somewhere. But, yeah.
Do you think the program will help you in the future, or you to pursue?
Definitely. And even just working with Central City, I know so many people that have done this program, and when they hear that at college, like interviews and stuff, it really interests them because it's like, it's a world-renowned place that we get to work with all the people there.
That's so cool.
Yeah. No, I think it's right on.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping.